Good morning, Americans. This is your favorite alien and Bubba on Sunday, October 6th. Wow, interesting day, huh? The Braves are back at it. They got lucky the other day. Can they get lucky today? Well, the Cardinals will have to say something about that. Maybe they spoke to the Pope, huh? Well, stand by for a commentary on my favorite kindred spirit. So here it goes. Well, I have to do a commentary today in defense of my kindred spirit, Patriot Nurse. I get a few interesting comments back on yesterday's email or yesterday's video where I supported Patriot Nurse on her recent video. One of them was a certain Roger Williams, not the singer, I hope, and a Joyce Vandermeer, who's both of them said, "What are you doing? Patriot Nurse is way out there in left field. She's a, what do they call it, prepper? And her ideas of vaccination and everything else are, and she's anti-government. And, well, uh, that's one way of looking at it, but Patriot Nurse is right on the money here. And there's a lot of things I disagree with her on, including the Second Amendment. But on this one, I have to support her and defend her on this one. Because this is what's causing you guys to go disintegration. And yes, Miss Vandermeer, Rome and the United States are in the same stupid mistake area. They're heading the same road. It's like the Americans never learned anything from the Romans, and you modeled yourself after them. So therefore, that's why you got all this discourse, because the Romans had a lot of discourse. No matter what they were, the Roman Republic, the Roman Empire, there was discourse all over the place. Except that you don't see in America killing each other over it, but the Romans did. The Romans used to get and operate by occupying territory. But it got to the point where there was no more territory to occupy. Same with the United States. To give you an example, the United States, when it was formed, and beat the British by the Treaty of 1783, they had a huge debt to pay to France. I believe it was $75 million in that time. $75 million in 1783. That's a lot of money. Probably a couple $100 million today. So how are they going to do that? Well, the British gave them the Northwest Territories. You know, what today is Ohio, Michigan, Indiana, Kentucky. So George Washington said, okay, it's a free-for-all over there, let's go. And the people went over there and claimed a little piece of land, but they had to pay money for it, right? So the government got a lot of money. That subsidized the government. Then Thomas Jefferson got the same stupid mistake from, what's-his-face, Napoleon, and he got the Louisiana Purchase. He paid some money for it. But hey, the people got there and they got, he got money back probably tenfold from that. So there you go, Then you Americans went to illegal immigrants into Mexican territory and Spanish territory, and you created the mess of Texas and Florida. And the Seminoles didn't like you guys. Oh, you had a lot of fight over there with the Seminoles, didn't you? Yeah, but the Texans, well, the Mexicans didn't like the fact that you went over there illegally in Texas, and then you said, we got it. So isn't the Mexicans repaying you back for that? I think so. They're coming illegally here. So see what I mean? Well, it caused the Mexican War, which Mexico lost, And that's one of the reasons why Mexico has been the way it is since then, because they're trying to reconquest what you guys took. But then you ran out of money, so you needed money, so you opened up the Mexican Cession. Brought you a lot of money. It financed the Civil War, technically. And you did the same thing. You know, you had the Gadsden Purchase, you had the Alaska Purchase. And then in 1898, you got the Spanish-American War. How are you going to finance that? Well, you got territory, remember? You got Puerto Rico. Why didn't you take Cuba? I never understood that. But Cuba, the Philippines, yeah, that cost you a lot of money big time because they had a little war going on until they became independent in 46. Well, this is what I mean, Americans, and this is what you don't understand that Patriot Nurse is trying to tell you. The Romans did the same thing until they could run out of territory in 117 AD. Then they had to keep what they had at the same cost of living that they were doing. That's hard to do. By 212 AD, they were in trouble. That caused the start of the crisis of the 3rd century, which accumulated most of the 3rd century there until Diocletian in 303, and he kind of put a stop to that. And then his successor in 313 AD divided the empire into two. And that kind of alleviated the part for the Eastern Empire, which had all the assets. The Western Empire went into decline, and it ceased to exist about 100 years later. So you see what I mean? This is what Nursey is trying to tell you guys. Because you got a lot of people here that come in here and don't understand the United States system. They bring their own stuff. You guys told them to. Come to the United States. You can live your own lives. You can practice your own religion. You can bring your own beliefs. And that's what you guys were saying. When I was a kid, I used to hear that a lot. And I would tell the Americans, why do you want to do that? It's going to kill your country. Oh, you're anti-American. Well, am I? Because this is killing your country. And this is all that Nurse is trying to tell you. So Nursey, keep up the good work. This is your favorite alien. You got people in here that have their own enclaves. Chinatown, the Vietnamese towns, Koreatown, Albanian, Russian enclaves, Japanese enclaves, Latin enclaves. You name it, you got it. Oh, don't forget the ragheads. Yeah, you got them too. And look at you now. You got them in the Congress, Omar and Tlaib, and they're doing their own agenda, not the American agenda. And the socialist. So see, Nurse has some right to growl here. She's got a point. And you guys better listen to her, or you guys are going to go down hell in the handbasket before 2024. Well, this is your favorite alien saying, and Bubba saying good day.